The Mystery of the Midnight Bell. Chapter 1. The Peaceful Village. Once upon a time, in a small village deep in a valley, there was a large bell hanging in the village square. This bell was the pride of the entire village because, according to legend, it could ward off evil spirits and bring good fortune. Every morning, the village elder, Goro, would ring the bell to signal the start of a new day. The villagers believed that when the bell rang, it would bring peace, bountiful harvests, and good health to everyone. However, if one day the bell stopped ringing or rang at an unusual time, it was considered a bad omen. Life in the village was peaceful until one fateful night, the midnight bell. One night, when everyone was sound asleep, a strange sound echoed from the village square. Clang, clang, clang. The villagers woke up in alarm, lit their torches, and rushed to the square. But when they arrived, they only saw the bell swaying gently in the wind. There was no one there. "Who rang the bell?" a man exclaimed. "Could it be the wind?" another person suggested, but everyone knew the bell was too heavy for the wind to move. A sense of unease spread throughout the village. The following night and the nights after that, the bell continued to ring precisely at midnight. The villagers grew increasingly frightened. Some people whispered, "It must be the ghost of the old blacksmith returning." The blacksmith had lived in the village but had mysteriously vanished into the forest years ago. Some believed he had died unjustly, and his spirit lingered around the bell. Fear gripped the village so tightly that some families even left in search of a safer place to live. Chapter 3. In the village, there was a young girl named Miri. She did not believe in ghosts, but she was curious about the mystery. One night, Miri decided to stay awake to uncover the truth. She hid behind a wall near the square, eyes fixed on the bell. When the clock struck midnight, a small, dark figure appeared. Miri held her breath. The shadow leaped onto the bell and struck it with its hands, producing the eerie sound. As the moonlight shone brighter, Miri gasped. It wasn't a ghost at all. It was a monkey. She bit her lip to keep from laughing. So the monkey had learned to ring the bell each night. But why? At Chapter 4, Uncovering the Secret. The next morning, Miri went to Elder Goro and told him what she had seen. The elder stroked his beard, thought for a moment, and then said, "I remember now. About a month ago, during the last festival, the village children played and threw fruit to a monkey. Perhaps it believes ringing the bell will get it more food." But when Miri told the villagers, no one believed her. How could it be a monkey? It's too small to make the bell ring so loudly. There must still be something supernatural involved. With no other choice, Miri decided to prove the truth herself. A clever plan. Miri came up with a plan. She asked the elder to request some honey and fruit from the king. That night, she placed honey and fruit under a tree near the square, then hid in a bush to observe. At midnight, the monkey appeared as usual, but this time, instead of ringing the bell, it smelled the sweet scent of honey. It jumped down, ate the treats happily, and ignored the bell. Miri repeated this for 3 nights. Eventually, the monkey forgot all about ringing the bell. Chapter 6, The Truth Revealed. The next morning, when the villagers saw that the bell had stopped ringing, they were astonished. "Miri, what did you do to stop the bell?" Miri smiled and explained her plan. At first, the villagers were skeptical, but when Elder Goro confirmed her story, they all felt ashamed for letting their fear control them instead of seeking the truth. Chapter 7. A Lesson for Life. Miri stood before the villagers and said, "Do you see? Sometimes our fears are not real. We let ourselves panic without knowing the truth. If we have the courage to face our fears, we will find the answers." The elder nodded in agreement. This is an important lesson. We must learn to think carefully before believing in something blindly. From then on, the villagers stopped being superstitious. They learned to think rationally and no longer let fear control their lives. As for Miri, she became a symbol of courage and wisdom, and whenever someone in the village felt afraid, they would always remember the story of the girl who solved the mystery of the midnight bell.